Hello book dragons and welcome back. I am Emerald Dragon Lady and this is my bookish channel where I am going to take you on an adventure through the books that I read in hopes that you may be able to enjoy them as well. So today is going to be the start of my end of the month readathon, and I host this readathon on Instagram and my book club Discord server, and I share a bunch of graphics so that way other readers can use them to keep track of the books that they want to get done, because believe it or not, it's the last week of the month. There's 7 days left to finish the books that you want to finish before the end of the month. And for those of us who are ARC readers, yes, we do actually have deadlines to finish some books. So, I share these graphics and I give these to them for them to be able to use however they would like to keep track. I show them how I use them, and that gives them kind of a basis, but it's usually fairly straightforward. But they've loved them and it's been great. And I have a big pile for my last end of the month readathon that I want to get done, and I've got 9 books on it, of which I only have to finish one of them. But the problem is that's an ARC read that I have to finish in like the next 24 hours because it releases on Tuesday. I'm so excited for it. It is actually going to be this book, and it is by Jennifer Kropp, and it is called Fake Dating a Human 101. And it is from her High Court of the Coffee Bean series. It is the last book, and I can't believe this series is done. But this one's about my favorite brother, so I'm excited to read his story and all the adventures that they're going to go through and see how the author wraps up everything with a pretty little bow. So, it's super cool. It's basically Fae world mixes with the human world in kind of like today's world. So it's an urban fantasy romance, and it is awesome. I loved it. And she's got some really cool names for these books. I love it. So if you have not checked out Jennifer Kropp's High Court of the Coffee Bean series, you really should. It is such a good series. So I have one other ARC on that list, but I actually don't have to finish it this week, but I probably will because it's a somewhat easy read. And that one is the Polyvagal Theory Workbook by Talia Cantorell, which was gifted to me by Rosalie Publishing. And so I'm looking forward to reading more of that. That one is a nonfiction book, and I've enjoyed all the other nonfiction books I've gotten from Rosalie Publishing. And so that is no cover yet. They haven't come out with a cover yet for it, but I'm excited to be able to read that one, which leaves 6, 7, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 other books. So I'm gonna share the covers with you because, again, I am an ebook and audiobook reader, and so all of my books are in digital format. So here are the other 16 books that I am going to be reading. These books are all part of a challenge that I am doing with Cat's Book Nerds astrology challenge. You can find this challenge also under my highlight on my Instagram called Read for the Stars, and you can also find it on my tome under challenges, and it should be on my feed because usually at the end of the month / beginning of the month I've updated everything and I start sharing all of those, so it's like a mass share to everything. But it's so cool to see the books with the prompts and everything. So these books are ones that would help me complete this challenge -2. Those I might have to find a little bit more organically as I read the books and stuff. So but I'm excited to read some of these books. I did read one of them. I finished one of them today, and that one was Hogwarts Heroism and Dangerous Short Stories one. It's the first one in like a little 3 short story series by J.K. Rowling, and it's basically the backstory for Professor McGonagall and Remus Lupin, and oh, it was so wonderful to hear. Like, it totally fits, and it's like, now that you have that information, you understand them better. And because I'm also reading the Harry Potter series with my teenager, it's one of those that I'm going to look at it with more appreciation for those two characters, and I'm so happy I finally read it. They're just little short stories, but it was lots of fun. It was a great one-day read. So it was only 73 pages, but at double the speed, I think it took me like maybe an hour to read all of that, but or listen to all of that. But that one was great, so I got to update that on my challenge. And but these are some of the other ones that are going through the challenge. There's another one that they always do monthly challenges with these. And I realized when I did it, I went, oh, I've only read one of the 4 that they have for the monthly challenge. So after my binge arc read that I have to get done in 24 hours and post it for release day, I am going to work on the other 3 books that I need for my astrology mini challenge. And those were the first 3 covers that I showed you, but I'm so excited to do this. But if you are looking for some encouragement to finish some books before the end of the month, or if you want a nice safe space to talk about books, please come join the Dragon Ladies Book Club on Discord or on Fable, or find me on Instagram and say you'd like to be a part of my readathons. I have one chat that I reuse every single month because it's just far too easier, and I am on so many street teams right now for my ARC reading that the less chats that I have on my Instagram account, the easier it is to manage everything, because as it is, I have to write down a ton of stuff. So but it's going to be a safe space. We have lots of fun sharing what books we're reading, and the idea is that, you know, real life comes first. Books are great, books are amazing, they're wonderful adventures, but real life is always first. And that is, there are some days where you just don't read anything, and you know, either you just mentally weren't in the right headspace, or you just needed a day off from reading, which honestly I haven't heard that excuse before. Erase that. Don't use that excuse. Nobody ever uses that one. Or life just gets in the way because we're all busy. But I fully support real life first and then hobbies second, because that's the only way to have a good balance in your life. And I hope that you are able to find this great balance between life and books as well. So again, if you want to come join me, all the links are in the caption, or come find me and say, hi, saw you, or comment below. Comment below where you want to be added if it's not working for you, and we will talk back and forth, and we'll get you in. So I hope you have a wonderful last week of March. You'll probably see me again, but it won't be until the next time I post something. But the next big major thing that I will share is going to be probably my monthly wrap-up, where I'm going to give brief highlights on everything that I read so far, or read in the entire month of March. And when I do that, my monthly wrap-ups, literally, I wait until midnight, the last day of the month, to see if I can complete any books. Because then I'm like, if I make it in, like February, my last book that I finished for February, I finished it right at 11:59, and I was like, yes, it's still a February book. It's not a March book anymore. So, but that's just me. So a lot of my friends like to share their wrap-ups before the end of the month, I guess because they know they're not reading, or the books they're reading, or they're not going to finish by the end of the month. But I'm like, no, I have to wait, because usually I can fit in quite a few more books. So I'll catch you at my monthly wrap-up.